back to Ask Nikki P. I'm going to jump right into today's question. Hey Nikki, sometimes I feel like I'm in a slump because of negative comments or negative thoughts or comments. How do you stay so happy and cheerful all the time? And then she said something really nice at the end. That's very nice of you. All right, so here's what I am gonna say. I am gonna say, what am I gonna say? I am definitely not cheerful and happy all the time. People that have been really close friends of mine know that very well, that I have a very extreme personality. So while I feel like I'm always trying to work in life to become more like balanced, that's a big struggle for me. So when you guys see my extreme highs, I also have extreme lows. Now, it's not like I'm running all over the place and like 1 minute I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like sobbing, but some days that is the case. And you know, I think it's really, really important to understand that like when you look on the internet and you see people or you see celebrities or friends that are on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and they're saying all this stuff, that everybody has ups and downs and no one is happy and cheerful all the time. I can pinky promise you that. You know, I struggle, I get sad, and it is hard. Like there was a night the other night when I posted a video and at first the comments were really negative and I was so upset. Like I was just in a really vulnerable mood already because so much was going on last week and I'm going through a lot of changes with things. And when the video went up, there was a lot of negative comments at first and I just started sobbing. And that's not a sob story to you guys, I'm just being really honest. I was like sobbing in my bedroom for like 45 minutes. I like didn't want to talk to Dan because I just wanted to cry alone. And he eventually like wouldn't keep leaving me alone. He came in and he was like, you know, encouraging me and calming me down, and he ended up like taking me out to get some tea. And yeah, I mean, so that's the first thing. I want you guys to know everyone has down days, and I feel like that's a comment I get all the time. And that's just because for the most part on the internet, I only show that side of me, the side of me that is happy and positive. And that's just because I feel like I have a really good life, and even though I have hardships and like struggles, everyone has hardships and struggles. And I feel like while I want to be honest and open with you guys like I am right now, I really just want to encourage people and I want to help make them feel happy. So that's the first thing. In terms of how to feel happy when you're feeling down, there are a couple of things that you can do. Now, first off, I did my whole like How to Be Happy January series, which I'm totally thinking of making that a tradition. In this January, I'll probably do another one because I feel like that's a really common theme in my personality is like happiness, and people tell me they feel happy when they see my videos. So I'll probably do another video series on that. But to give you kind of some like basic tips, things that I think really help with happiness, I'm just gonna kind of start spouting them out from my head. So there's a couple things. First off, make sure you're getting enough sleep. That is so beyond important. Sleeping well, eating well, and exercising well, if that's the right word. So important. Don't let your body be the last thing that you take care of, because this is the only thing that's like walking you through the planet anyways. So if you don't take care of it, it's kind of like a car. If you just don't put gas in your car and you never clean your car and you throw trash in your car and you don't get the oil changed and you never change the brakes, like it's just kind of inevitable that it's going to break down. And a car eventually wears down, but you can either keep a car looking and running really nice for a really long time, or you could run that car into the ground in like a year or less. So that's the way you have to look at your body. Like this is it. This is the only thing in your whole life that you can't replace. Your body. So taking care of yourself not only is good because it helps your body run better, but there's something that it does to your psyche when you consciously choose to put yourself first. And it's not in a selfish way. For a long time, I would think when I would read articles and stuff, when it would say like, put yourself first, I was like, oh my God, that's so selfish. Like that's like the world's way of like, I don't know, allowing yourself to be selfish. But the older I get, the more I realize, I'm like, whoa. And granted, when I say the older I get, I just have to say I'm still learning pretty much all the time, every day. But as time has gone on, I'm slowly starting to realize like, whoa, it's not that it's just selfish, like I'm just gonna take care of me, but it's like if you feel like crap, you end up treating everyone around you like crap and dragging them down. And if you feel like crap, you can't help take care of other people, your friends, your family, your significant other. You just don't have the energy or the strength. And it's nothing, it doesn't mean that you're weak, like, oh, you're weak because you don't have the energy or the strength. It's just like a car analogy. It's just kind of basic like science. Like if you don't take care of your body, you don't get sleep, you don't eat proper food, you know, you aren't working out, you're just gonna kind of fall apart, and it's gonna affect the world around you, your friends, your family, all your relationships. And yeah, so taking care of yourself is a really good one. And there's something that feels good when you take care of yourself. You're like, wow, I'm worth it. Like, that's so corny. It sounds like an ad line, but it's true. You start to feel like, geez, I'm here for a reason. Like, I'm worth it. I'm taking care of myself so I can go and help other people, take care of other people, do what I love. And it's just kind of this weird thing that it does to your psyche when you take care of yourself. So that's the first thing. Another good thing that I've had to really work on is, dude, listening to music can lift your mood. So when I stopped dancing for a long time, I like couldn't even listen to music because when it would be on, I would just start crying because I'm so like moved by music, and I would just like get all overwhelmed about not dancing anymore. But now that I'm able to listen to music again, it actually helps to lift my mood more. This is so funny. Not necessarily just like a, oh, I'm happy, but in more like something about music, I'm like, yeah, I can take on life. That's right, we're gonna work out, we're gonna go. Like I just get really pumped out about life. Or pumped up about life. So music is another really, really great one. And then another tip I learned recently, this is kind of random, but Jeannie Mai, she is the really beautiful Asian lady from the Style Network. She has this thing called Wearapy, and she basically believes that you should dress how you want to feel, not dress how you actually feel. And some of you guys who follow my Instagram have been saying lately, like, wow, you're really trying again on your style. Because those of you guys that know me, I really like to be lazy, and I like to wear like leggings and yoga pants and loose t-shirts, and that's totally cute, and I love that. But I also like, you know, getting dressed. And so I've had to really, like, as I've been retraining myself to like put together outfits and actually try, because I want to feel a certain way, like, you know what, I want to feel really bubbly today. That's how I want to feel. So I'm going to dress bubbly. And as I've been dressing for that, it's been getting easier and easier to get dressed again. Now, hopefully I don't say this and then wind up in sweats on all my next few Instagrams, but I'm trying, guys. So that's another one. And so aside from that stuff, another really great thing to do, reading and listening to podcasts are really, really helpful, and specifically really encouraging things. Like, okay, I've mentioned this before, like the more consistently that I'm in the Bible, the better I feel. And I've said this before, it doesn't have to be like, today we're gonna do a 2-hour study of the word. You know, it can be like, I'm gonna do 5 minutes a day, and I'm just gonna make myself do it because that is a priority to me. And it's hard to get it going, but sometimes if you start with small bite-sized steps in kind of anything, it really helps. So that's the first thing. And then encouraging books too. Like, I don't even know where to begin. There's all kinds of really good books out there. If you guys ever want me to do like a book recommendation video, I'll try to remember to link this down below. I did a video on my main channel called My Favorite Authors, Speakers, and Something Else. And I talked about like all the books and authors and speakers that I like, so I'll link that down below. But listening to those things, helping you feel not so alone, is really, really helpful. Because sometimes when you're sad, you start to feel really alone, and you just feel like you're the only one in the world that feels that way, and you're not. So that was definitely a really, really, really long answer, but I just have a lot to say on that. You guys know that I'm really focused on like happiness and living life to the fullest, but I don't ever want you guys to think that that's all there is to me. I've said before in other videos, like, you guys see a piece of my pie, like that's not all of me. And it's not that I'm just like this completely other person off the internet, but it's that you guys don't see everything. And a big chunk of that is you don't really see my lows. You know, I keep them kind of quiet, but a lot of people have observed on my vlog channel before that I complain a lot about physical ailments, and to be honest, I don't even really touch base on them, how much they bother me. Like, I have a lot more weird physical things than I even ever talk about, and it's the same thing with like my weird emotional ups and downs, but it's something that I work on all the time. So I hope I really don't sound like a crazy person in this video. But, so I'm gonna do a Twitter question now. Okay, this next question says, do you want to have kids someday? Yes, yes, and yes. I've answered this a few times, but it tends to be a really common question I get asked because everybody knows I'm married. Dan and I have been married. It'll be 6 years this February. We've been married for a long time, but, well, a long time to me. We think we're gonna wait a little while longer. Like, honestly, YouTube has been so much fun, and we're doing all these really cool projects with YouTube that we kind of want to get going before we have kids. And also, Dan is working on some really cool stuff that he's not really talking about, I don't think yet, but he's doing some fun stuff. But that being said, we definitely want to have kids. We're not sure how many. We know we want to adopt if possible. I mean, we've talked about possibly like having 1 or 2 of our own kids and then adopting 1 or 2 kids, maybe 3. I don't know. It's just going to depend what our lifestyle can support and how much time we have to give to our kids. And we obviously want to like be there for our kids. And I mean, everybody wants to be there for their kids. But yeah, so yes, we want to have kids, but not yet. And no, I'm not pregnant right now. I swear that's like always the #1 comment. Everyone's like, "You're pregnant, I know it." I can pinky promise you I am not pregnant right now, unless I just don't know it, but I just have my period. So anyways, with that being said, I will see you all next time. I hope you guys have a really good rest of the day. Send your messages to asknikkip@gmail.com, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.